What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Dr. Vincent Esposito, and today we're going to be going over 3 different ways to make mangoes. Now, mangoes are a summer staple. I absolutely love them. They're one of my favorite fruits, and since they're in season, we want to go over 3 different ways that we can use them, hopefully a little bit more creative or maybe something you might not have tried before. So let's talk a little bit about mangoes and where they fall on the nutrition spectrum. So mangoes, of course, are orange yellowish in color, so they do contain a high amount of beta carotenes. They're also a good source of other vitamins, so things like vitamin C, folate, B6, and also minerals, potassium, and copper. They're also a good source of fiber, like many other fruits and vegetables. And today I wanted to talk a little bit about vitamin B6, also known as pyridoxal 5-phosphate. So B6 actually serves as a coenzyme in over 100 different reactions when we're talking about the metabolism of fats, carbohydrates, and proteins. In other words, it plays a very important role in energy metabolism, and it also plays a crucial role in the synthesis of certain neurotransmitters, as well as things like histamine and even hemoglobin. B6 is also crucial for the methylation cycle to function properly, and if you want to learn more about the methylation cycle, I did a video on that. I will link it here, and hopefully that'll answer a few of your questions there. So let's talk about the recipes we're going to be making. So we're actually going to be debuting the first dessert on this channel, which I'm a little bit nervous about because I've never made it before. So we're going to be making a vegan coconut mango mousse. We're going to follow that up with a mango curry, which is one of my favorite dishes to make, especially because it's so easy to make in bulk and you could batch cook it and then have it for maybe lunch the next day or even next few days. And then we're going to be doing barbecue black bean tacos with a mango salsa. Again, if you haven't heard already, we have launched our cooking classes. So twice a week, I do live cooking demonstrations. And if you want to learn how to make dishes similar to this, step by step, ask me questions, you can do that all there. I love being interactive with you guys. So if you're interested in learning how to build more kind of sustainable cooking habits and do it in kind of a healthy way, then this is really going to be the place for you. And I hope to see some of you there. It's a lot of fun. The feedback's been pretty good so far. And I'm looking forward to tailoring more classes based on what you guys are looking for. But I'll stop talking for now. Let's hop into the recipes and I will see you on the other side. Okay, so we're gonna start by making the mousse because we're gonna have to throw it in the freezer. So we have about 3 mangoes diced up with about a cup of cashews. We're going in with about 4 dates, and then we're using about half a can of coconut cream and then a half a teaspoon of cinnamon. Now we're gonna simply just blend these all together, and this is gonna create that mousse texture as you see here. Now you'll notice it's probably not as orange as I think I would have liked, but I think that's just from adding maybe too many cashews to mango. That being said, it tasted phenomenal either way. Now, once you place the mousse in your serving bowls, the next thing you're going to want to do is place them in the freezer or the fridge and chill them for at least an hour so they kind of hold their shape. So while that's happening, let's make our black bean tacos. We're going to start with the salsa. So about a mango in a bowl with some diced red bell peppers. We're then going in with some chopped cilantro, some salt, some pickled jalapeno, by the way. I put that in there. And the juice of a lime. So we're simply just going to mix that all together, and this is going to make a delicious kind of bright, crunchy, summery salsa that is going to go great with our barbecue beans. Now let's make the barbecue sauce first, and then we're going to cook the beans into it like you'll see here. So we're going to go in with some garlic, and we're going to just simply saute that down. And then we're going to go in with some vegetable stock, and then we're going to go in with our tomatoes, as well as a little bit of garlic powder, some onion powder, some coconut nectar. We're going to go in with a little bit of apple cider vinegar. We're going to go in with some black pepper and some salt. And again, this is going to be the basis of our homemade barbecue sauce. So we're going to bring this to a boil, then we're going to reduce it to a simmer and allow it to thicken a little bit. And you want it to thicken, I went for about 5 minutes, 5 to 6 minutes. If you want it even thicker, you can do that. And then once it thickens up, we're talking about reduces by about half in volume. We're going to add our beans, and we're simply going to cook that down until those flavors kind of all meld. That's going to be another 4 to 5 minutes. And then we're going to just simply remove our black beans from the pan and set them aside until we're ready to make our tacos. In the interim, we're going to get started on our mango curry. So we're going to get started with our aromatics. This is going to include some garlic, some ginger, and some chopped white onion. We're going to cook this down for about 5 minutes until that onion is translucent and fragrant. We're then going to be adding some chickpeas. This is going to be our kind of protein source. It's going to add a ton of fiber. Then we're going to go in with about a couple tablespoons of curry powder, and we want to toast this down a little bit to kind of release some of those flavors, to heighten them. And then we're going to add the rest of our ingredients. So these are going to include some bell peppers that we want to, stir fry down a little bit. We want them to keep their crunch, so this is only going to take a few minutes. And then we're going to go in with about a half a can of coconut cream and our mangoes. So this is about 2 mangoes chopped up, and we want to cook this down, I'd say at least for 10 minutes, because you really want the mangoes to break down a little bit and to release some of those sugars. In the middle of this process, you want to add some cilantro into there. It'll add, a little bit of like earthy tones into it. Want to save some cilantro, obviously, for garnish. And then we want to add some lime juice for acidity. And we want to cook that down until that sweetness kind of comes through the entire curry. And like I said, that's going to take about 10 minutes. And then once that's done, we just serve that up with rice, as you will see here. So we're going to make our tacos here. We're going to put that bottom layer of our barbecue black beans. Want to make, a nice even layer here. These black beans came out amazing with that homemade barbecue sauce. We then want to top that off, with that mango salsa we made. It's going to add, a lot of brightness, some sweetness, a little bit of a crunch. Then we're going to add, obviously, some fresh cilantro and then some pickled jalapenos to add a little bit more acidity, a little bit of heat. You can add the jalapenos to your salsa if you don't want to make it too spicy. I would omit them and then add them separate. And then the rest is simply just going to be garnishes, guys. So I hope you enjoyed these recipes today. This group of recipes is probably one of my favorite I've done so far. Super bright. I love these summer recipes. You add a lot of pop, a lot of nice bright flavors. They're really enjoyable. The mousse came out absolutely fantastic. If I were to do something a little different next time, I would say add more mango and maybe less cashews. You'll get a much more orange color, I'm hoping. But that would be the only thing I would try. But the texture's fantastic. The mango curry is unbelievable. I hope you enjoy it. And just so you know, again, right before we leave, we did start our online cooking classes. They have been a blast so far. We've done a ton of good recipes. So if you want to learn more, ask me questions in real time, learn more about how to cook at home, building healthy habits, we do that there. We're building a community there. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you guys next Thursday.